All right, all right, all right. Getting this stream started for y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and transition right over. We're gonna go ahead and not waste any time. We're gonna go ahead and start playing as Japan. So I have a save game going on right now. I know not what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. Albert Einstein. Classic. Classic. How are y'all doing today? Hope everyone is doing well. We have a volcanic eruption, 44 casualties as of right now. We're gonna go ahead and send about $1 billion worth of aid toward that volcanic eruption. We have some major rioting going on in the far east of Russia. And the war in Ukraine continues about many months later. We're in September. Take over Korea and Polynesia. What if I don't wanna? See how many have died. 156,000 have died on the Ukrainian side. 65,000 have died on the Russian side. 201,000 left in the Ukrainian military. 980,000 left in the Russian military. We've already broken off diplomatic relations with Russia. And we give weapons over to the Ukrainians every now and then. We are also building up our own military forces. We have called for the recruitment of 375,000 troops to our military. And I'm also thinking about instituting conscription back into the Japanese military. You should try taking over Russia. So actually, there was so I was playing this game once, and so the United States actually got involved. Someone got involved, and then that actually drew the United States into the war. And essentially what happened is I ended up getting involved, and so I'm launching all of these attacks on military installations against Vladivostok, against Skalinskaya, against a lot of the Far Eastern military installations in Russia. And it actually ended up drawing so much. I think I killed about 5,000 Russian troops and lost very minimal amounts of troops against Russia. But then that actually drew the Chinese into the war. So not only was I fighting the Russians, I was also fighting the Chinese. Anand, what's up? Chong, what's up? Mirko, what's up? We're playing as the land of the rising sun. We have a 0.36% deficit right now. We are paying off our debt every quarter. Uh-oh. Oh yeah? Hey, what's up, PG? What's up? Mujahideen? Should we? That doesn't sound familiar at all. Conservative liberals. Conservative liberals, let's go. We're also going to launch citizen awareness with cybersecurity. We're going to launch a massive cyber attack against the Russians. So defense, 5,000. We are under-equipped for that, so we're not going to launch that for right now. Japanese Communist Forces. Place under surveillance. Place all of these guys under surveillance. And then we are going to infiltrate the Japanese Communists and then the Japanese Mafia. We're also going to institute higher training. Can Taiwan win against China in this game? I don't know. And fight against terrorism. And let's do 1 star on each. $2.5 billion. Let's go. And we are about to get hit by a major hurricane. we can actually go ahead and come over here to construction. Let's go ahead and build a refugee camp, just in case we need to evacuate. Our team is in place. God damn it. Stop it. Offer financial aid. Yes. Any specific goals or plans with Japan? Fix the economy, get this number down. So you can actually see I'm spending 27% of my budget on debt reimbursement. That is way too much for me to handle, and we really need to start paying off our debt as quickly as we can. If we can get that down, we can start reinstituting that payment into especially defense spending. We want to get up to, I want to spend at least maybe 6-7% on of my budget on defense. So a lot of this is going to go over into defense spending. It's also going to go over back into education, into homeland security, into social benefits, into welfare, especially towards subsidizations. We're also going to be spending a lot on the environment, trying to get our CO2 emissions down. Is Japanese debt actually like that? Apparently Chong doesn't know that. It's a... yes. Unfortunately, Japan is actually very interesting whenever it comes to debt, because they've actually been in stagnation for so long. So their GDP per capita, or GDP as a percentage of their GDP, their public debt as a percentage of their GDP is 255%. It is more than double and a half of their economy. And they have I mean, starting out, we have a $5.6 trillion we have a $5.6 trillion GDP. Just lost my words there. $5.6 trillion GDP, and that is just immense. Japan has the highest in the world whenever it comes to debt to GDP percentage. They actually rank among the highest in the world. Causes no damage. Salary to Prime Minister. So PJ, I think it's too late to ask what's your thoughts on the Japanese House election. Was what you expected? Yeah, I think it's about... Yeah, the Japanese election is about what I expected. The Liberal Democratic Party isn't really that unpopular. It would just be... It would require an extremely big event. I think it would require the Japanese to go to war. I think it would require an extremely unpopular candidate. I think it would require a lot of different factors in order for the Liberal Democratic Party to lose. Japan is a conservative nation. That's what they are. They are very conservative. If you think that they're not conservative, you really don't know that much about Japan. I don't know too deep about Japan, but I do have an interest in Japanese politics. So it is very interesting whenever it comes to Japan and like what election they are. And me and Gabe Vogel actually had a conversation about this, where basically we were talking about how the Japanese election, I was saying, you know, I'm going to try to cover it on my channel, and then he's just like, well, I mean, it's not going to do anything. The LDP is probably going to lose a couple of seats. That's honestly, I think, what happened. Let me actually look at the Japanese election result. These were in 21, I believe. Yeah, they were in 2021 October. Yeah, I was in Vegas whenever this happened. So yeah, the Liberal Democratic Party lost 25 seats in this election. However, like the swing toward them, they actually experienced an increase in this. It was 1.38 percentage points in favor of the Liberal Democratic Party, because a lot of other parties who came in, they either were new, or a lot of other parties just ended up losing more seats. So let me actually look. So the green would be the LDP. So yeah, the LDP has a lot of control over parliament seats in especially in downtown Tokyo. It looks like, especially in the rural areas of Japan, all the way up into, this is going to be Tohoku. So in the outer Kanto region, in the Tohoku region, especially over in Kansai, right here, they especially do have a lot of support over in Okinawa and the Ryukyu Islands. So it looks like about every region except the Kansai region right here, a lot of these regions just were majority in favor of the LDP. So that's why you see the Japanese, the LDP only losing 25 seats, but they still have 259 seats. That's well over a majority for the Diet. This is actually the name of the Parliament of Japan is called the Diet, the National Diet. It's also called the National Assembly, the National. There's a couple of different names. PG's definitely right wing, I guess. Yeah, I am right wing. I'm not, an asshole about being right wing. I'm not a conservative because I'm not sitting here like being like, oh well, I'm not religious. I'm not much into. I have a lot of liberal social views. I don't think that. Let me look. I want to get my renewables up to 15%. If I can do that, we can start signing some of the economic and political agreements for free trade agreements. But I'm not a conservative. I'm not really much of a social conservative. That's just not what I am. I wouldn't say that I'm right-wing when it comes to foreign policy. I'm just very realistic when it comes to foreign policy, which is why you see me supporting places like Ukraine, why sometimes I'm not that approving of places like the European Union, even though I do support Ukraine joining the European Union. I'm just more of a realist. Because I take note of what's coming in the future. We're going to be in the midst of a three-way, not even a three-way, it's going to be a two-way Cold War. It's going to be the United States and European Union versus the Chinese and the Russians. So it's going to be a very interesting couple of decades for us. Especially if you're very young, you're going to be seeing this happen you're going to see this unfold, and you're going to be able to tell your kids and your grandkids about this.
No thanks.
So we're going to negotiate an alliance. We're going to negotiate an alliance with them. I need to tell them to change this military agreements or something. What would you all rather it be called? Proposed scientific cooperation. Let's work with the United States on microfuel, fiber optics, nanorobotics. Let's work with them on nanorobotics. Let's do $30 billion. Doesn't that require... What do you think of the White House Correspondents' Dinner yesterday? I was at work last night, so I was unable to watch it. So $50 billion. I really want carbon nanofibers, so we're gonna go for carbon nanofiber. Let's do $70 billion. What if I just max this shit out? So anyway, have you guys heard of Yes, it's a good idea. Pose Russia. Have you guys heard about the mod for Power and Revolution 2022 called Power and Revolution 2022 Z? There's a mod that these Russians actually got their hands on. They got their hands on a copy of the 2022 edition. And essentially what they did is that they modified it in order to it's called Z, so it's basically to say, hey, if you're Russian and you want to play this game, here is the mod for it. And essentially it's a very it's very interesting because they modified the intro, they modified the Russia possibility of interference. Yes, subliminal messaging, CIA and drug trafficking, vaccines toxic, Chinese creation. Let's try to start doing that. Russian global warming, invasion of the reptilians, and boom. But essentially these Russians just got their hands on it, and then now they're actually distributing it on YouTube, in other ways. And I looked at it and I watched some of this video, and basically what they did is that they kind of like modified the intro. They actually confirmed a couple of things that I had been wanting to see and test out myself, but I didn't want to run the risk of you know, breaking my own game and then not being able to get a copy of it, so I just never did it. In all honesty, I can actually try it on some of my previous editions. Talking about Eversim, they have made a competitor to Political Process, now we're about to. Have they made? No, they have not. But there is a competition to the Political Process if you're interested in it. It's called Lawgivers 2. You've probably seen the video that I made on it. Imagine if April Fools they named China to West Taiwan. Yes. 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 Electric versus gasoline. To encourage the development of electric cars, I would like to suggest Prime Minister raising the tax on petroleum products. Speaking of, we're going to go over to industry. We're going to go over to industry, and we're going to start building some of our sectors. We're going to do $300 million in aircraft carriers. Aluminum. Let's do $500 million into aluminum. Armed pickup trucks. Automobile. Let's do $5 billion into automobile. Biotechnology. 1.2 billion. Bottled water, building, housing, and roadway, 5.475. So let's do $5 billion there. The Z edition only changed the intro, nothing in the game itself. Yeah, it's basically just kind of like branded as a Russian version of Power and Revolution. I didn't hear that they actually... I heard people basically saying like, well, yeah, they changed, you know, all of this. Am I the only one not seeing the production change? We'll look into that. It's aluminum, not aluminum, Americanoid. It's aluminum, not aluminum. $500 million into, you know what? $1 billion into electric automobiles and electric utility vehicles. We will do another $1 billion. We're at a deficit of 0.53%. Consumer electronics. Let's go now. We're going to do that. We're not going to do that now. We're going to do $100 million into conventional submarines, copper, diamonds, drones. We need drones. $500 million. The reason we're doing so much into drones right now is so we can get that research. Basically, if you go in and then you actually... Great Public Bionics. We're going to do $100 million for now. Iron, nickel. We're going to have to go and find those resources. We're going to have to start inviting some people over and importing those raw materials. People think they changed the game because it's an outdated version of 2022 where Russia was overpowered. Have you ever played Yemen? No. We're gonna do $500 million for water supply networks. Make sure that we're actually gonna go ahead and we're not gonna nationalize that. Software industry. $200 million. I think I understand one of the things that they did where basically they changed the production values. Computer hardware, chemicals. We're gonna do $1.5 billion into chemicals. Bottled water. We're gonna nationalize partially this industry. A new astronaut, Kenji Fukuoka, is our new ambassador to space. He completed a very intensive program in our training center and has passed all tests. He then received additional training at a foreign nation's major space station. He's now ready to participate in a manned mission. The 2022 edition has the modding features, but it's hidden until they improve it to the new version. Russians replace the menu from 2022 with the 2022 to access it. Or replace the menu from 2022 with the 2021 to access it. Okay. That makes sense. Riot in Santo Domingo. Conspiracy theory worries the opposition. Yeah, I need to go in and Secret Service, Interior, viewing threats. What is this? Conspiracy. Start a new campaign. The reason you want to get these to go down is because the more... So we're going to meet with you, tell you to drop the conspiracy. Conspiracy, campaign, supporters. Only had a philosopher. No direct access to the game code was needed. Yeah, I already know how to do it because I've thought about doing it myself. Because I want to go in and I want to go and like maybe change some of these pictures in the background, because you don't really need to get into the game code to do that. You need to, it's basically just going in. You just need to know what file to find.
Is that so?
You think you're in a video game or what? Damn, this guy just doesn't like me. So what about you, prima donna? Offer her a glass of champagne. Tell her she's charming with a voice. Encore. Yeah, you just invite her in and you just start screaming at her. Encore.
Yes.
We've obtained some information. Oh, there's national protests in Bangladesh. See, kids, this is why we make sure that our energy production is sufficed. Agent number 1 ready for action. We're gonna hold off on that for right now. How is the war in Ukraine doing? 177,000 to 79,000. When's the 2022 edition for Mac coming out? No idea. Give weapons. Give weapons. Let's give the Ukrainians. We got some more tanks coming in, so we can do like 200 tanks for them. Plus, click on Russia, go over to diplomacy. We're gonna do arms embargoes. So we already have arms sanctions against them. In order to get new content for a game, you need to pay full price to buy it again. It is $20 to upgrade. It is $20 to upgrade if you owned a previous edition. You basically replace that code that you had with the code that you've replaced the code that you had with the previous edition, and then you basically just replace it with 2022. $20 to upgrade. If you do not have that, or if the code is expired, whatever, then you have to pay full price to get the game. So if a lot of people are telling you, saying, oh yes, my satellites, let's go. If people are telling you that you have to pay to get these if people are telling you have to pay like full price to get each game, like, oh, you're paying AAA price for a yearly update, blah 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 blah, no, they're a liar. They're a liar, or they don't know what they're talking about, because no, you have to pay $20 to get the game again. That's all you have to pay. You're not paying AAA prices unless you have not had the game before. Look at a fleet of satellites just going on their way. Since we got those, we're gonna go back and we're gonna order more satellites. Japan. And 20. 613, 23. We're gonna order a batch of them. 20, 40. Wait, how much? $149 billion, and it would take until 2027. 20, 40. $60. $80. $100. So that'll give us 120 exactly. Is the 2022 edition worth buying? In my opinion, yes. Yes, it is worth buying. Are satellites OP? I wouldn't say they're OP. They're just really useful now. Like, if I come over here, if you actually stack, and I don't know if this was something from the previous edition. Jesus Christ, we're gonna spend like, say that's 20. How much are we gonna spend on this? 40, 60, 80. We're spending over $100 billion on satellites, lads. But if you actually stack these satellites on top of each other, you can get much wider range. So if I actually, and this sucks because I might have to make a part 3 to my military and foreign policy tutorial, because of this, and just the general military update. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go for a part 3. I never expected a part 3. So if I actually move this away, move one satellite. Oh, hang on. So if I actually move, these are 4 satellites. I move one of them away. You can actually see that the range goes down. If you watch the satellites, you see that it doubles the range. So they continue to have wider range. They do have a limit, so that's actually the limit right there. You can have some really good range on these. These are actually comparable to the communications bases that they had way back. Essentially, if you remember a lot of... If you played way back in the 2016 edition of Power and Revolution, like the original one, they removed something called the communication base. This was a building that you were able to build basically like on a border or something like that, and just, you know, basically have communication. It would allow you to have like what the satellites do for you now. That's a lot of money, I know. There's no reaction, there's no protests, there's no nothing. People are just like, where the hell is the $100 billion going? But I told you, we are going to be investing a lot of money into defense. We're actually going to go ahead and... I want to get at least 400,000 troops into our military. So you can actually see we have 2,100 tanks rank 1, but then we have 1,200 tanks on the way, or another 600 tanks rank 3 on the way. Missile launchers, we can go for some rank 4. Nope, never mind. The Chinese have their hands on that. Discoveries in the fields of robotics and artificial intelligence. So, Prime Minister. Sincere salutations. Our inflation is at 2%. What is our growth rate at? 9.75. Guys, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. I also have a big announcement. A big announcement for this channel. We can now support my videos directly. So if you guys actually open up one of my videos and you can see that there is a thanks option, you can actually donate directly to my videos. So essentially that is going to leave a lot of room for you guys to support me instead of just having to support me on live streams. That way I can actually make better videos for you guys. I can make better videos for you guys and get a lot more support off of it. So if you guys want to do that, go and support my economic tutorial. That is the big one. But there's going to be a little thanks option in the middle of all of that. So that's it was very exciting yesterday when I found that out, because I've been waiting for that to be I've been waiting for that to be able to be enabled. We're going to go ahead and start to fight this economic growth. We're going to start increasing our financial transaction tax, and we're also going to be increasing the carbon tax as well. Come on. So we're going to get them. We're going to get the Japanese citizens movement to support it as well. How did you get Japan's deficit so low and the economy to grow? Hang on. Liberal Democratic Party. We just need a couple of parties to change their opinion on this bill. Essentially, I kind of came in, I increased the company turnover tax is always a real big one. It's basically, it's not too unrealistic to institute a company turnover tax. That's what I like to do, and especially because of how much money it gives you. And then what I also need to do, I need to go... Oh, we actually have India coming in, so we're actually gonna... We're gonna ask them for some raw materials. I'm gonna step away for like 2 seconds. I'm gonna go get a drink real quick, and I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. Fangirl, I've never seen you here before, so welcome to the live stream. The fangirl of Politics Gaming. Just kind of moving a couple of things. Need to clean up my desk. Been working so much, just been so busy. I'm gonna record episode 2 of Brazil today. I'm gonna get with Gabe after this live stream, and we're gonna make that. I'm gonna make that video, or we are, depending on whether. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna make it because it'd be funny if he was just sitting in the background, just silently listening. Unless he wants to do that, I don't know. We'll get with him. But I'm gonna make that today, so I should have a episode 2 of Brazil out this week. That is going to be the goal. Really hope something doesn't change. I wasn't planning to, but I'll do anything to make you happy. You schedule one with the socialist, that could be the 1% you need. And the last time I tried to do this, it was actually a very close vote. No problem, I intended to do so. So 51%. Workers' Party for Socialism, this could be a very, very close vote. What do you think, PG, about the Texas Senate election in 2024? We are way far away from that to really be thinking about that, lad. All right, India, what do you want? Rare earth oxides is exactly what I need. We're gonna negotiate down this price. 52. We're gonna get it under 60. Will Gabe upload any videos soon? Gabe has unfortunately quit YouTube. He's no longer going to be posting anymore. He's going to be using his YouTube for anything, for other purposes, but he is not going to be doing the regular content that you've seen before. He's going in a completely different direction. I don't even, yeah, he's actually, he has called himself retired from YouTube. So offer coffee, glass of champagne. I'm not going to ask him to make an effort in terms of human rights because he's just going to tell me to fuck off. Is it buggy? Bugs here and there. Not too bad. Automobiles. Biotechnology. Cereals. Cement. I can actually import some cement from them. So we're gonna make a whole list. We're gonna, I think we're gonna do like a big list of like five different raw materials we're gonna be getting from them. So what else did we need? It was, we're gonna do cement. We need iron. Iron's gonna be 147. Iron. Rare earth oxides we just got. Any promo codes from you? Nope. Strategy Gamer, how are you? Wow, Gabe retired, that's a loss. Yes, it is. This music makes me want to buy NordVPN. NordVPN, if you're out there, sponsor me! Please sponsor me. Yeah, I want to make a video dedicated to Gabe. Clothing. Colza. Yeah, we could go for some colza. Any raw material you can get is always going to be good. Cotton, that's what we need. I don't need clothing, I need cotton. 2.6, so we're gonna lower that to 16.97. I always do it just above their purchase price. So we're on number 5. Liquor, naval construction, oil, oranges, paper, perfumes and cosmetics, pharmaceuticals. Volume. Silver. Sugars, steel. So they got about 40 million that they can give away. So we're gonna put you at 956. We're gonna send all of this. Damn it! So cement, iron, colza, cotton, and steel. Iron does not be sufficient to meet the combined needs. Well, what were we at on iron? So cement, iron, colza, cotton, and steel. So we're gonna do. Wait, we need bauxite as well. I think we'll sign a different. So cement. Okay, I gotta go back one more time. What was that? Cement, iron, colza, cotton, and steel. Cement. Iron. Colza. Cotton. And steel. Okay, so cement. Cement, we're gonna do at 100. We're gonna do 147 for iron. 100, 147, 286, 291. So this is colza, cotton, 1665, 1697, and steel. $956. We're gonna lower this to 35. Let's make sure that we're not gonna get this automatically canceled. We're gonna lower it just by a tad on each. We're gonna do 1.7 million tons on colza. Iron, 77 million. We're gonna lower that by a tad. Lower that by a tad. And again, we're gonna call this the New Delhi Agreement. Actually, no, we're gonna call it the Calcutta Agreement, after the great city of Calcutta. Each one is set at 5 years, and we'll look at the newspaper to see exactly how much this is worth. Okay, so we get this back. So that means we're good on how much, and then they've adjusted it accordingly to whatever they want. So 130, 130, 187, 385. We're actually going to lower that down. We're going to lower each of these by a tad. Colza. Cotton, steel. All right, and it has been accepted. All of this will last us until 2027. So the Calcutta Agreement is now in force. I love negotiating trade contracts like this. Actually makes you look like you're doing something.
Yes. Temper your words and remain in your place. You won't gain anything by trying to play in the big leagues.
Yeah, whatever. What are they even more powerful with me on? Demography? Oh, that's like population. So they're a tad more powerful with their military. Economic cooperation, we're pretty good. Economy, we actually have a more powerful economy. I guess they're saying that because they're way more powerful in terms of military. We're also going to lower custom duties on Taiwan. We're gonna aim for better economic cooperation between the Republic of China and Japan. What mods are you using? I am not using any mods.
I'd be happy. No problem.
Okay. And Liberal Democratic Party.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Barely. 60%. Who else do we need? We just need one more vote. 71, 71, 81. What's this vote? 10-6. We got 3 days to get this done. We're gonna meet with Party in Power. We need to meet with like a handful of our politicians. Thank you. No more delay. Clean cars. Reformist Communist Group. Please support my bill.
No problem.
Oh, thank you so much. And it is now the day of. It is the day of the votes. I'm sorry, but we still disagree on. Ah! We're gonna refuse. Is that refugee camp still there? No, it is not. No. Oh, it was right over here. Okay. Oh shit, it's cop time. Wait, was the bill passed? Yeah!
It's begun. World leaders are beginning to arrive.
Okay. So, hello everyone who has wealthy countries. You're invited to Sun and Green Climate Fund to help countries. Remind you that the goal we set at the Paris Accords is to reach $100 billion this year. So we're going to increase our commitments to $30 billion. Well, we're going to do $40 billion. And the goals for reducing CO2 emissions, you're now encouraged to review and we hope improve your own national commitments and remind you that the Paris Accords states' efforts in the fight against climate change are now reflected by reporting and updating their nationally determined contributions, or NDCs. These contributions establish the objective CO2 emissions in most cases up to 2030. Also, your carbon neutrality is reached, meaning the country has zero sum of emissions and no longer contributes to global warming. We're going to lower our commitments to 2040. So we're going to give ourselves about 18 years to get this done. And then in 2030, we're going to have CO2 emissions down to about 700 megatons. It will be increased to $21 billion total for next year. And then this is very bad. You raise your objectives. Bravo. You are light years away from your objectives. You need to do something. So your politics are on the right track. Meeting. Well, how are things in the party? You name it. I got beans, greens, tomatoes, potatoes, ham, graham. You name it. I'm not funny, am I? You're not bad yourself. You know you played this game way too much. I have thousands of hours in this game. China offer rejected. The slim markets. Okay, what do we got? 187. I have 8 third-generation nuclear power plants. We're gonna build another 4. We'll see what we're at whenever we build 4 of them. If you sell electricity to another country and then suppress the contract, that country's growth rate will increase, and if you do it again and again, then it'll go up to 900%. Hell yeah. My God, the cost of these things. We're gonna do 8,000 per place. Yeah, they actually increased the cost of these nuclear plants. So what are we at in deficit right now? Let's check. Yeah, we can go up to 15. Actually, we're probably going to go up to 20. Yeah, we're going to 20. All right, 20. Yes, nuclear. Let's repeat the Fukushima disaster. You realize what... Repeat the Fukushima disaster? What do you mean? The Fukushima disaster was caused by an earthquake. It wasn't caused by negligence like at the other place. This was because the reactor was designed horribly, and it was made just... It was just like... The RBMK reactors were awful. And I mean, whenever they tried to stop it, it accelerated the reaction. Fukushima, it was literally just because they couldn't get water into the reactor in time, and then it blew up. Because of an earthquake. One of the most powerful earthquakes in recorded history. Nuclear is the safest form of energy that we have, and if we want to take climate change seriously, if you want to take climate change seriously, and you want to say, I want to get the carbon neutrality, or I want to get to, I want to get to just any type of, like, you know, lowering your emissions, you're not going to get there by solar and wind alone. That's just not going to happen. As an industrialized nation with that, I mean, Japan is just amazing whenever it comes to how much electricity they can consume. I mean, look at them at night on a map. Wait. Oh, I was just like, what the hell? You got earthquakes, but we have technology. Technology improves. So let's look. Contracts. So we do have an agreement with the Iranians. I don't know if I'm circumventing sanctions because of this, but we have an agreement with Iran in which, after the war in Ukraine began, we actually started importing natural gas and oil at a lower, at OPEC price, at a locked OPEC price, for oil and natural gas. So we get our energy now from Iran, which for some reason Japan starts out with really, really, really good relations with Iran, and I don't know why. Does AI build oil wells and such? I think so. Oh, that's what I want to do. Diplomacy, economy, free trade, the Kolkata Agreement. So we have... Wait. This was signed November 1st. I want to go back to November 1st, November 7th. So we're going to look at our contract, see how much it was worth. Here it is. Japanese and Indian heads of government sign historic economic contract between the two countries for a total of $76.5 billion. So we are importing $76.5 billion worth of product into our country, of raw materials. So does that have an effect on our growth? It does not. But our inflation is it's not going up as fast as I thought it would. Yeah, the biggest thing about Japan, you don't live at the pinpoints of 3 different tectonic plates and then not design your reactors accordingly. So you can actually see right here on the map where these 3 plates can actually meet. So you can see the Asian plate right here, you can see the Pacific plate, and then you can see the Northern Pacific plate right here. So you can actually see all of these plates meet up right here. And when that earthquake hit, the subduction actually came up right here. So it slid upwards and then sent a tsunami toward Japan. That tsunami, with the combination of how powerful that earthquake was, just it disrupted everything. You're gonna have accidents, but the amount of people that nuclear radiation has killed after a nuclear meltdown at the 2 most powerful, most dangerous and deadly nuclear disasters in history, you're still not even coming close to the amount of people that are killed by industrial pollution every year. Every year, you can see, every year, millions of people die from industrial pollution. Nuclear radiation after a nuclear accident at Fukushima and Chernobyl killed less than 10,000, around 10 to 10,000, somewhere around there. I can't really remember the actual number, estimated number, but not even close to how many people are killed by industrial pollution every year. I love democracy proceeds to become a dictator. You just summarized the entire movie of Revenge of the Sith. Slim Smartlander has done its job. PJ trying to explain why nuking world has less casualties than industrial revolution. Let's go ahead and start building up our navy. Strategic weapons. They really need to make their own kind of like, instead of calling this strategic weapons, you need to call it like, I don't know why they call strategic, like the naval forces, strategic weapons. Japan. Let's go. We're gonna go for, yes, 56 of those. We're gonna get 5 surface ships by July 10th, 2024. July 10, 2024, and then, yes, I want a black market. I'm gonna try to purchase an aircraft carrier from the United States. Look at these. 312.24. Look at them about a year, so I'll order 2 of them from the United States. Might you say, PG, that the end? Stop, BTK, stop! BTK, no! No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. Oh, yay, the United States wants to sell me these aircraft carriers. I tried to buy an aircraft carrier playing as Senegal. It didn't go well. Whoa! I have proof that the Russian government sold 2 nuclear missiles to Canada. I already communicated this with your... I have proof. Wait, I have an idea. Russia. No. Publicly support, provide proof that a nation is a threat. To denounce a nation that threatens world peace. One of them goes for sanctions. It's this one. Provide proof that a nation is a threat to international security. No follow-up. We recognize that it's very interesting. Nevertheless, Russia is being a permanent member of the Security Council and therefore profiting from veto power. All serious action in opposition to this country is totally unthinkable. We thank you for your collaboration. PG fixed the Japanese birth rate to ban the anime. Ah, yes. Afghanistan, member of the Security of the United Nations Organization. Questions the actions and legitimacy of the organization. Technically, no. Theoretically, yes.
We have irrefutable evidence that this country is violating international conventions. This evidence should lead you to consider thoughtfully, what shall we do? Should we close our eyes, or should we reaffirm the rule of law?
The United Nations said, F you! Damn, even games the United Nations doesn't give a frick about things that matter. Very realistic. A bad contract. A bad contract. Boost. Your modern vision of feminism has moved the cause of women toward our country. Our movement supports you and encourages you to go even further. See how many people have joined the European Union now. Speaking of, Sweden and Finland are also apparently getting ready to apply jointly for NATO. What are you guys' thoughts on that? I like how I'm just getting double teamed by 2 different hurricanes. This theory is meaning Steve. God damn it. Francois Cavana, freedom consists in doing all that the length of the chain allows. The funny plague. Wait. Why is my deficit expanding? Did my growth just tank? No? Kate early reports. Jesus Christ! Discord link is expired. Hang on. Let me go to Nightbot real quick. Because I keep meaning to go in and change that. Generate a new link. Giveaways, timers, Discord link. We're gonna do this one. So here is the Discord link for you guys, and then it'll Nightbot will be posting the correct link from now on. We're gonna make our way to the year 2023. Jakarta. We're also importing coal from Jakarta. An unfavorable regime change in Fiji. Oh man, they're way far away. Speaking of, you guys actually hear that the Chinese have set up shop in the Solomon Islands? That's actually one of the things that scared the United States about Japan coming in over here. Is that it's basically like they can, like if the Chinese wanted to and they actually acted on it, the Chinese could just come in and just say, okay, goodbye. And he just cut the throat of Australia. Fortunately, unless the Chinese start setting up in the Indian Ocean, they're not going to be able to cut them off from Africa or maybe even India. I mean, that'd be the battle for the ages. But it would be very dangerous. So that, I think I want to make a video about it, and I haven't really decided whether I want to or not. I haven't really figured out like what I haven't really figured out what the whole point of the video would be. It would be basically discussing the geopolitics between Australia, the Solomon Islands, the United States, and China. So that'd be a very interesting video if you guys are interested in that. Spanish politics in a nutshell. I vaguely remember the national anthem of Francoist Spain. It's like yeah, I just butchered that national. I'm never doing that again. It's like Babuda Ioro something It's a really nice song. I like it. I need to learn Spanish. Where international flows coming from Russia will be identified. Do you wish us to repatriate him? Yes. Get him back. Get our boy home. A CIA agent in chat. I've been trained in your trolling arts by Count Orange. Viva España! I love how the Dutch anthem talks about honoring the Spanish king. The Spain? Yeah. They still have a king. Yeah, they're a monarchy. The monarchy. They're like they're constitutional monarchy. Matt Gagnon in chat. Hello. When do I get my $1,000, lad? Did you ever announce the winner of that? I never saw a video about it.
The theory that says
Finance democratic parties in authoritarian countries. Yes. Replace one authoritarian with another authoritarian. Estimated at nearly one... Okay, that's not bad. $15 billion, let's go. When you answer my calls. I am William. I am German. I hail and I am loyal to the King of Spain. The Dutch probably. When is this gonna be done? 51 days, 135. Give us weapons. Good job. Oh, thank God. Growth just reset, I think. 379. Oh, yeah, let's go. Let's go. Holy shit. $379 billion in that surplus. 6.34% unhealthy housing rate. The economy grew by 21%. I don't know how. This guy says this is an average result. The hell it is. That's a modern country for a country that's been in stagnation for 30 years. But the economy grew 21%. That's great. It grew by nearly a quarter. That'd be amazing for Japan. Dramatic increase in poverty. What's my poverty rate? Poverty line. It's going down. Kind of been going up and then going down. Fun fact, Spanish YouTubers go to Andorra and do not pay taxes. Give us weapons. God, look at that debt reimbursement. I really need to... So if we can go over here, we can go to... $386 billion. So $614 billion. We really need to start paying off ourselves. This is, in other countries, this would be called money laundering. Should I save this, or should I just continue to pay this? Yeah, I need to... Oh, that actually dropped from 28 to 25%. That's really good. Okay, we're going to go ahead and buy back this loan. $614 billion to $596 billion. So, I'm not even worried about paying off all of these other countries. Oh, damn, we should have paid the Chinese off. A 0% interest you can afford, let it wait. I mean, yeah, but we're still paying like $500–600 billion on interest. If I can get that down to a more manageable level, really get that debt reimbursement down. I mean, what? Look, it's my second most expensive budgetary item as Japan. So our public debt was going up. That's probably why. But it went down. Sector's nationalized $10 billion. Budget deficit is $88 billion. We have a 1.5% deficit right now. So culture, liberties, pornography? Forbidden! No, I'm just kidding. Criticism of the state, freedom of expression. Spy network dismantled. Pakistani were arrested before being discreetly eliminated. Jesus Christ! Regime change in Guatemala. Oh, I bet the United States is happy about that. What? Guatemala? No, that's Costa Rica. Guatemala. I just forgot where Guatemala was. What are they? Center left or conservative right? Oh, the United States isn't too is happy about that. So I believe my growth should have reset. Can I lower my electricity price? Increase the supply that you have?
Here is our growth forecast for the end of the year based on calculations that we made last month. This is a very
good figure. Our economy is dynamic. Pakistanis are up to something. Are they in the WTO? Hang on. Damn it, they are. And then Afghanistan's in the WTO either, too. I'm just gonna cut trade. Ethiopia's not in the WTO. What the hell? I'm just gonna cut all trade with Uzbekistan. All those guys in Uzbekistan are like pretty little girls. Kazakhstan, the nation. All other countries are sissy little girls. Currency, inflation, oh. I like how my dollar rate is going up, though. We're about to be worth 1 cent. Which means $1 would get you 100 yen in Japan. I like how there are major riots over in Norway. PTK, what'd you do? There's a riot in Trondheim. Bodo's just watching. Lillehammer. Trondheim. Military base 2. Our network has obtained. I did not do anything. This has to be the work of AMN. My Norwegian subscribers are up to something, lads. We need to figure it out. I really wish there was a way that we can actually... I'm probably being an idiot here because I probably forgot. Whenever you have conscription, these guys automatically go into your reservists, right? That's how you expand your reserves.
Our agents based in that territory in
I want the modding tool to come out so I can just start making all these stupid conspiracy theories. If that's gonna be a feature, I would love that. I would love for EverSim to allow me to make like PGs like in the fucking sky or some shit. So we're going to continue to increase our... We're going to continue to increase our financial transaction tax. We're going to get up to like 2-3%. That'll start helping us control that growth. I like how the Russians are now fielding over 1 million people, even though they've lost 300,000. The Ukrainians have lost 250,000, 250,000, and still have 187,000 left in the field. They have to be drawing on their reserves or something. But at least this war can last a little bit, which is the cool thing. Because the other one, Russia, would always just end up winning that war. Conspiracy theories, Somalian pirates in space, PG's the world president, memes are a religion. There's riots in Colombo. When were those satellites supposed to be done? So these... Don't tell me there's a riot. Aw, come on. It's the far left. So pause that real quick. I want to look at whenever these satellites come in. So the satellites will deliver 625. And then the tanks, those are all delivering in September. Somalia is chill. That is a lie. You better shut your mouth. Beat him up, beat him up, beat him up! Don't you just love entrapping these people? He just... That was it? Yay! We have subdued the rebel movement. There's no more unrest in the city. This is one of the benefits of having a diverse parliament, is that you can pass laws that, you know, if you had like a supermajority, you probably wouldn't be able to do so.
No problem.
So what's my growth at right now with all of that? Okay, so it is going down. So we're making some money while also losing money, so it's kind of equaling out. Riots in Santo Domingo, Colombo, Lethem, and Tunis. Carthago. Got a meeting with the Prime Minister of Spain, of España. The Frankreich, of the Deutschland, of Polska, of Ukrainci.
The theory that says if E1
It's like Światło Ukraińcy ni sława moja ta świetna Światło Ukraińcy musi świeć something. These conspiracies just won't stop, will they? That's probably why the riots are happening. I need to meet with the people to get them to drop the conspiracies.
the bill
Oh! Oh! We're gonna hold off.
Our task.
Now there's riots in Ulaanbaatar.
Good morning.
Maze. And now we're gonna find Maze from someone else.
Sure. I'd be
Propose a military alliance. Support. Darn. Most amusing coming from you.
no problem.
12%. I like how Putin's out of office and it's now Dmitry Medvedev. It's 2012 all over again. Russian camp in Syria. Let's go. So we got about a month whenever these nuclear plants are done. We're gonna go ahead and make our way to them, to there. Why do we not have any production of aircraft carriers? GDP. Trade balance. ICT.
Our services have found the fake news is no longer Our services have found the fake news.
We went down. We went up to like $10 billion in nationalist sectors, and now we're only down to. That sucks. Iceland. Oh, look at that. We've cut it by like 10%. Does anyone know how to lower the electricity price? Come over here, go over to electricity, go to impose price reduction, reduce it by the amount that you want. So if you want to reduce electricity prices by 10%, you want to, then you do it right here. If you want to go to a specific level, then you go over here and then you can lower it by whatever you want. So essentially, this is how you do it. However, the reason it becomes so expensive is essentially you are subsidizing this by saying, hey, reduce these so we can help consumers. I will pay you in order to get these prices to go to this level. So because companies have to be incentivized to do that, that's why it is so expensive. So to reduce it manually, you go in here and then you reduce your electricity prices by the amount that you want. If you want any more assistance, go and watch my economic tutorial if you have not. I know it's a long video, but it will help you out immensely. Sit down, take some time, grab a coffee, or anything, just grab a snack and just watch it, take notes. We did a lot of work on that video, and yeah, so just go and watch that video and it'll help you out.
I'm listening carefully. Thank you for your...
How to get more reservists, that's something I'm gonna figure out. Speed is the future.
The bill.
Our grades are...
We're gonna read the newspaper real quick. Uranus. Install conscription. The longer the conscription, the more reservists. The more young people, the more reservists. Yeah. Let's go ahead and come over here. We're gonna go over to legislation. We're gonna create a national service. I think I remember now that it is conscription that gets you the reservists. So we're going to institute a 4-month conscription service. We're going to increase it to 12 months. Because Japan can actually field up to nearly 1 million... Japan can field up to like nearly 1 million troops in the field after they do conscription. Justice is incidental to law and order. J. Edgar Hoover, 1895 to 1972. First director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
The theory.
Unfavorable regime change in Puerto Rico. You can play as Puerto Rico. So they're democratic socialist. I really need to finish this political ideology tutorial. I was literally just about to make it, and then 2022 came out. Minimum wage gross pay. We'll increase that to 1,400. It has now been 12 years since the Great Tohoku earthquake. A favorable regime change in Italy. Let's go.
According to their analysis, our
Yeah, taxing cannabis. Yeah, that's totally something I forgot about. Favorable regime change in Nigeria. Conscription is now law. Yeah, we're gonna go over to head of states, term limit, country, parliament. Authorize the use of referendums on a national level. How much longer? We are 10 days from our nuclear plants being completed. Japanese communist forces hostage. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, they're just right. Oh my God, what happened in Indonesia? Guys, I think we may need to send the troops in Indonesia to bring peace and stability to our new empire. I mean, Indonesia. Turkey wants a meeting. Let's go. The bill has been voted on and a law has been passed. So army, parliament, this is going to be voted on 4-6. So 4-6, and then the moment we get that passed, we're going to introduce a referendum to enact national service to 12 months. And then once we get 12 months, South Korean payroll, let's go. Good morning. I didn't come empty-handed. In fact, I wanted to present you with an economic contract, which I think will be beneficial to both our nations. I like how just Rwanda just devolved into a civil war. I think that's every city in Rwanda that's under riots right now. I've been watching a lot of videos on the rage virus from 28 days later. I think there's something going on. Yeah. Oh my god, that is every city in Rwanda right now. Oh, it's all because of a flood. So there are just... the entire country is under riots right now. So let's take a look at the military situation right now. So military occupation. So there's a conflict happening, but Ukraine, there's no part of Ukraine that's been under military occupation. So there's conflict apparently in Finland, all across the eastern border of Russia, or western border. Animal. The Association for the Senior Citizen Protections. Oh man, I need to start taking a look at these riots more often. Okay, it looks like referendums should be law now. And first things first, let's do a referendum for national service for 12 months. And 63% say yes.
The bill has been
China's looking at us like, Protests across the entire country of Taiwan. You heard me say that, right? Country of Taiwan. Taiwan is indeed a country. 6% growth, very healthy. Pretty healthy, but we can kind of keep it down a little lower. Having 20% growth just scares the hell out of me, especially as a developed country. Developing country, that's even worse. I mean, your currency's already crap anyway. We're gonna save all of that money. So we're gonna go to the passage of this law, and I think we're gonna wrap it up for this live stream today. Okay. Law on the national service. Let's go over here. Go to budget. We have 35 conscripts, and then that's just gonna continue to go up. I've seen at least like 300,000 to 400,000 I've seen up to 300,000 to 400,000 people get conscripted into the Japanese military whenever you institute conscription. So it's not the worst. Consult secret files and celebrities. Difficult, wary target. Fairly honest character. Influential figure. He's a commie. Place a person under surveillance. Associations. Pacifists. You know, it's funny. I have not noticed the pacifists just, like, getting all pissy about my military spending. Unfavorable regime change in Trinidad and Tobago. America, go do something. Come on. Do war. Free trade. We have free trade agreements with India, Ukraine, and the United States. The United States is especially the good one. So let's look at environments. I want to look at ton per capita. What is this? What was the limit? Forgot what it was. I made a whole video about free trade agreements.
The target is constantly.
The target is constantly on alert. We have a problem. Oh my god. What's going on here? Breakfast! I wonder what's going on. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What is it? Oh, that would be so funny if it was June. Yeah, I would lose my mind if it was June. What's going on outside of Peking? What's going on outside of Beijing, guys? Is something happening? According to the Chinese government, nothing's happening. There is absolutely nothing going on in Zozo, China. And there's absolutely no rioting going on in the Democratic Republic of the Congo as well as Rwanda. If it's the people rioting, I really feel like it's like energy shortages. $337 terawatts to our nation, and 51% of our electricity comes from fossil fuels. Look at that trade balance, though. We were at $2 trillion when we cut it by $1.3 trillion. Is that because... 57 billion. What if we privatized it? Nuclear SMR, 3 billion. Nuclear electricity. No, SMR is really where it's at right now. Speaking of, we're actually going to negotiate a contract with Kazakhstan. We're going to import some good old-fashioned uranium, boys. Some uranium fever. 108. We're going to wait for that to come back, just so we can get that good old supply of uranium. Agreement negotiation, uranium, 6,500 tons. So about double of what we have, almost double what we have. 150,000. Let's negotiate it down to 143. Get it under 150,000. Pretty sure they'll accept that. Contract accepted. Sabotaging an oil well. Let's go. Security, world production, energy, petrol, oil reserves. Is that like my current production or just how much I actually have? I like how the everyone is, oh my god! Everyone is bugged out. I'm gonna send out the Everson. I want my goddamn oil map. Industry, wood, cars, auto utility, auto private car. So Japan, we are the number 2. What about in the beginning? We've increased our production by about a couple 100,000. So, auf der Heiden blüht ein kleines Blümelein und das heißt Erika. Heiß für 100.000 kleinen Bienenlein fährt schwarz Erika. Dieser Chat ist ab just Winterdeutsch. Right at the end of this live stream, the Germans invade. Very German of you, Germany. Well, that is the stream for you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining in on this stream, for having a little bit of a discussion over Power and Revolution Z. If you guys haven't heard of that, if you don't know what that is, just look it up. Or go into the Discord. We had a conversation about it not too long ago, so... Guys, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you want to see more content like this, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss anything on the channel. Go ahead and start checking out that thanks option that you see on my videos now. You can go and support me directly if you want. That would be amazing. If you guys want to see me do this full time, I need that support from you guys. I really would like to make this a full-time thing. 6,000 subscribers, we can go even further than that. So go ahead and start helping me out if you want to see me do this full time, or if you guys just like the amount of times that I do it, then I can just, you know, do whatever. But if you guys want to see me become a full-time content creator, that would be cool too. So leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, utilize that thanks option that you see on my videos now, and super chat if you have not. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video with me. Thank you guys for sticking around. I'll see you next time.